Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the 3 hours. It's Thursday, which means it's long preview day where we get to talk through, look at all the tactics that Brighton are going to intact on us. Many thanks to the people who watched Wednesday Whispers yesterday. It seems like it went down quite well, and I'll try and do that once a week if I can, you know, if the news is out there. What a difference a day makes, though, doesn't it? You know, that Arsenal result yesterday, what a curveball that's thrown into the whole top four mix. Nice to see Andy in the live chat. So, you know, that Chelsea game has blown it wide open again. That could all change again tonight. If Liverpool were to beat Manchester United, it sort of makes it a bit tougher again. But if Manchester United were to beat Liverpool tonight, it puts it, you know, sort of gives us another chance, gives us another bit of hope. You know, a lot's got to happen for us to get top four. Like I say, Liverpool have to lose to Manchester United tonight. Leicester would probably have to lose all their games. And then it'd probably be us and Chelsea that would get in there. It can happen. Whether it does happen or not, who knows? All we can do is win and wear games now. You know, we can't rely on other teams, you know, to do things. Like I say, tonight it could be all over anyway, our chances. But like I say, last night's result did throw a curveball in the mix. It certainly did. And how poor were Chelsea last night, you know, to lose to that Arsenal team, you know. So let's go in, as we always do, guys, at this point. So Brighton and Hove Albion, that's who we're playing. And they're currently sitting in 17th. Obviously, they're safe now. Fulham were relegated the other night. They've not had the greatest of season. And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't get this massive love affair with Graham Potter either. I really don't. Look, if you looking at their form, look, they've won 8 games. 8 games, minus 5 goal difference and only 37 points. Do they play nice-ish football, I suppose? But like I said, I don't get the love affair. Top goal scorer for them is Moyes. Thankfully, he's suspended for this game. Danny Welbeck with 5. You know, decent little player, ex-Man United, ex-Arsenal. Dunk, another one suspended, has had 5. I really do like this guy, though, Trossard. He scored 5 for them with 5 assists. So, listen, this is a game we shouldn't be fearing at all. It really isn't a game we should be fearing. Kent says, could we re-sign Arnie? I was talking about this on the train home, actually. And I was saying, do you know what? If we get the striker we want, you know, and I'm talking, you know, I don't know, who we're going to get, an Armstrong, an El Nesri, a Simmer or whatever. And it's him, say, let's say El Nesri, for example. El Nesri, Antonio, and Arnie, I think I would be all over it, mate. I'll be honest with you, I think I would. I can see Man United win, but I fear Everton because they are without Watkins being suspended, but Tom Daly may be back. Hello, Luke. I hope you're well, mate. I am well, mate. Right, let's carry on with this preview. So the next thing we'll show you is, okay, so the last time we played them was back in December. And the score was 2-2. Goals from Ben Johnson. Really good goal, actually. Thomas Soucek. And for them, Moyes and Dunk, the 2 guys that are suspended, thankfully, for us. Last time we played them at their ground, I do believe it was a 1-1 draw. Just to confirm it, guys, because I know you guys like looking at this stuff as well. So, yeah, last time we played them at their ground was back in August 2019. Very long time ago. I was in Turkey that day, I believe. Trossard and Javi Hernandez, that's the last time we played them at their ground. Very long time ago. You know, COVID has totally, you know, spewed everything into one, hasn't it? You lose track of where everything is. Let's just quickly see if there's any comments. Brighton are a top forward away from being a real decent team, in my opinion. Ken confirms it was a 1-1 draw on that day. If you're wondering what David Moyes' record is against Brighton, we can have a look at that now. Here's David Moyes, obviously. His record against Brighton is, it's a great website, actually. Here we go. Brighton, Played them 3 times, never beaten them. 2 draws and 1 loss. That's his whole career, obviously. Everton, Man United, obviously. Brighton have only been up recently, but yeah. So he's never beaten them. So that's another thing that doesn't bode very well for us. So let's have a look at that one for you guys. I love this website. Absolutely love this website. So yeah, 8 o'clock on Saturday. Nice, nice late one. This had been lining up and had sort of expected to be lining up. Sanchez in goal, White, Webster, and Byrne. Moda, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Basuma, very good player. Proper, Grosh, Alistair, Trossard, who I like, and Welbeck. For us, the expected lineup is Antonio, Lingard, Fornals, and Bowen. Souček, Big Dex is rumoured to be back as well. Cresswell seems like he's okay. Diop, hopefully I'll bring Bonner in personally. He was on the bench the other day. Craig Dawson and Sufal with obviously Fabianski back in goal. For them, like I say, loads of injuries. Solly March, Lamperty, Adone, 2 suspended with Duncan Mapai, as we mentioned already. Adam Lallana's doubtful and Joe Veltman also doubtful. For us, obviously, Cresswell and Rice are doubtful, but the rumours are that that they're okay to start. Lanzini obviously probably won't make it. Ogbonna was on the bench, so I don't see no reason why he is. Masuaku sounds like he's out for the season now, and obviously Noble. Team news, just same as I've just said. Really, Lewis Duncan, Napaya both suspended. Veltman is unlikely to recover. Graham Potter will have to reshuffle for all his absentees. David Moyes is set to have Declan Rice back in the midfield after his knee injury. Lanzini set to miss out, while late checks will be on Oggy, Noble, and Masuaku. Cresswell only come off with a dead leg, so hopefully he'll be fit, and Gerard Bowen will definitely be pushing Said Benrahma for the start. Prediction from this website says 2-2. They said Brighton have have only won 1 of their last 6 Premier League matches, but have kept clean sheets in half of those matches. West Ham have slumped at the worst possible moment, as it looked like top 4 is now beyond them. They have lost 3 of the last 4. The last 4 meetings between the 2 sides have ended in draws, so they wouldn't be surprised if it was a draw. And I have to say, on my Super 6, I've predicted 1-1, guys. I'll be honest with you. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. With Mapai and Dunk suspended, Trossard and Gross possibly, Welbeck being the danger men. Who else should we fear? That Basuma's a good player. It'd be a good battle, him and Dex in the middle if Dex is fit. But hopefully if Dex is fit, that frees up Souček, to start going on his, dynamic runs forward and, arriving late in the box and get his 10 goals. I want him to break that 10 goals. The only problem I fear now at the moment, if there's not sort of an idea of gameplay, is the blueprint has sort of been set by a couple of teams in recent weeks on how to beat us. Everton, sort of showed us, how to set up and beat us. Newcastle played in a very similar way, with the 2 centre-backs sitting back deeper, to deal with the Lingard runs and the Antonio runs, etc. So I just hope that, Moyes has come up with, something a little bit different for if the crosses or if a team sits back. That's one thing we haven't got a good ability at, is how to break a team down. So, yeah, for me, that's where we've got to be looking at, mate. I can see us winning 2 or maybe 3. They'll be hard to break down, but I feel Dunk being out is a big miss and a boost for us. Would love Ben Wright at West Ham. Can play right back or centre back, and young. Yeah, no, mate, he looks a decent little player, that Ben White. I fear Dan Burn on set pieces is unique. Yeah, that is one of their massive strengths. Obviously, set pieces. They've got some big lads in there. And look what Everton did, big lads against us to counteract the set piece threat that we've had all season. Again, that's what my only fear is, that Everton, sort of showed the blueprint on how to beat West Ham. Just one more thing on this website, guys, that I want to show you. Obviously, it breaks down sort of the style of play that Brighton have been playing against. So there's their last few results as well there. Lost to Manchester United, drew with Everton, drew with Chelsea, lost to Sheffield United, beat Leeds, lost to Wolves. So, it's very mixed form that, like a great result at Stamford Bridge, then lose to Sheffield United, then a good win against a decent Leeds team, and then, lose to a Wolves team, obviously with 10 men, I suppose. But they're safe now. So what their feeling is, or what their ambition is for the rest of this season, probably, hopefully, they've got their slippers on. Their strengths, as it says, as Andy pointed out, attacking set pieces, creating long shot opportunities, creating scoring opportunities. They defend set pieces well. They steal the ball from the opposition well. Their weaknesses are finishing their scoring chances. Hopefully that carries on Saturday. Aerial duels are quite weak in the midfield, and protecting the lead. Their style of play is taking lots of shots. So, Big Fab could be in for a bit of a day. But like I say, they've got so many injuries, so many suspensions and stuff like that. Hopefully, we can, turn up and do something. If we do win, that will put us on 61 points with 2 games to go. Obviously, Leicester and Chelsea play the FA Cup final this weekend, and then they play each other in the league. How coincidence? How often does that happen, that you play someone in the FA Cup and then you go and play them in the league a few days later? A draw in that, pending tonight's result, obviously, between Manchester United and Liverpool. If it does go our way, a draw in the Chelsea-Leicester game doesn't really do us a favour. We need one of those teams to lose. Then obviously Leicester have Chelsea and Tottenham, so if they lose, we would have to be cheering on Tottenham, unfortunately. But if Chelsea lose, they play Aston Villa. Aston Villa obviously will have their home fans there. So you never know, and Chelsea will be thinking about that Champions League final. So both games, are tough. Both teams, tough games. Villa isn't an easy game, especially, like I say, in front of fans. Could be a bit of a party atmosphere. They're safe. They've had a okay season. So yeah, let's just hope we're still in the race after tonight. After tonight, and if we can go and win on Saturday night, just going into them 2 games would be amazing, wouldn't it? If we're still in that race. For me, Bowen needs to come back into the side, in my opinion. I feel Brighton will just try to double up on Benrahma, and he could become frustrated. He could be, mate. I think Bowen was doing well as well. Wasn't he was doing bad either when he got back in the team and he was playing up front for a little bit. He looked like he was doing all right. He was scoring some goals, wasn't he? So why not? Yeah, why not put him back in, mate? I think it makes sense, mate, to be honest with you. Yeah, like I say, I think I've just got this little bit of nervous energy about me, at the end of this season bit, where I just think we might not have enough to get over the line. I think it's going to be 1-1, to be honest with you. I really do. I know that's really bad to predict that, but I don't know. I just think we've just sort of collapsed a little bit at the wrong time, just at the wrong time our form's just dipped. We've not, we ain't had many losses like we've had, and we've lost 3 in the last 4. So I just think at the wrong time our form's just dipped at the wrong time, mate. Who would you play left wing back or left back with Cresswell likely to be out? I think Cresswell's going to be all right, mate. I think it was only a dead leg, wasn't it? Or is there something else come out? If Cresswell's not fit, then I think you've got to play Ben Johnson there, haven't you, really? At left back. Because, when Fredericks came on, he looked really out of sorts, didn't he, at left back? And then when Soufal went over to left back at one point in that Everton game, you can't, in that position, it's too crucial to play, a person who's not the right foot in the right position in defence. It's different when you're up front, you're cutting inside. If you're on the left-hand side, you cut inside on your right foot. Messi and Ronaldo are famous for it, that they play on the right wing, but, they play on the left wing and they're right-footed, or they're right wing and they're left-footed. So, yeah, it's got to be someone, who can actually do that position. Is it Bowen or Benrahma? Rice for Lanzini, and the rest of the team stays the same. Yeah, I think so, mate. I think Bowen for Benrahma. Just again for the legs, and just, he scored more goals, and we just need the wins now. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't particularly matter how we play now. It's getting over the line and trying to get these 3 wins. Rice has to come in, and even if Lanzini was fit, I even said it, on the podcast on Sunday, that Rice starts for me. because he's a world-class player. If Rice was fit for Everton game, I would have started him in that game as well. Obviously, he just wasn't quite ready for that game, unfortunately. What else we got here? Andy said, oh, didn't click it. Luke, how dare you? Rice will be back and he can be the difference, and Lingard will really be fired up and ready to cause some damage. I love the link-up play with Fornells. He has been our best player. He has, mate, definitely. They've all, all credit to all of them. They've been fantastic this year. Any questions, guys? Like on yesterday, just it'd be nice to finish off with a few questions on yesterday. What do you make of this Sullivan and Gold stuff? Saying about this 50 million, there's not a lot of money, and what do you make on the Moyes' contract as well? What do you guys think of that? Do you think he's going to sign? Do you think there is a scenario where he potentially walks away, and how would you feel if he did walk away? Like I said, I would totally respect the man if he did walk away. I don't want him to. I hope he's backed and he signs a new contract. But like I say, it won't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me with this board, and there'd be absolute riots, wouldn't there? If David Moyes walked away because of contract issues in terms of his transfers and stuff. Surely, that would be a horrendous thing. I'm going to give you a couple of seconds, guys, just in case you guys have got any opinions on that. What did you make of Monday night's football team in the season? I see that Carragher put in Sue Farrell, didn't he? Rightly so. Like I say, there's only Cancelo for me that has been probably, in terms of right back, that has been sensational this year. I think Big Tom should have been in there, though. I don't think anyone put Big Tom in their team, did they? I think Big Tom's been excellent, absolutely excellent. And, there is an argument for Lingard, and he's since January form has been incredible, mate. So, there's an argument for 2 or 3 West Ham players to be in there, mate. But obviously we can't fill the whole team up when you've had Man City, do what they've done this year, come from quite a way behind at the beginning to go on and win the league and put themselves in the Champions League final as well, mate. So, it's a tough one. But, I'm glad Soufal got in one of their teams. And hopefully, who knows, we might have manager of the season in a few weeks' time. Jamie gave him signing. Oh, what Souček was signing of the season. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. But we signed last January, didn't it? That's a funny one, that. But he's been immense, mate. It's a really tough one with the Hammer of the Year. I picked Soufal as my Hammer of the Year. But listen, when you've got a season where it's a really tough call, that's when you've had a good season as well. When you've got 5 or 6 players, you can go, yeah, he could get it, he could get it, he could get it. That's when we've had a really good season. Any of them could win it, and any of them would deserve it. Kent says, I'd give Moyes a 3-year deal, and he needs a war chest, well deserved, to buy the players he wants and to evolve the team again. He will buy the right players and not for big money. I agree, mate. I think he would spend the money really wisely. I don't think, even if let's say, for example, he was given 100 million, I don't think he would spend all the 100 million because he would be more wise with it. I think he's the sort that would leave a little bit there, just because he's a bit more astute than that, than to just go and blow 100 million. Hello, Luke. You're going to be on much longer? I'll be on about another 5 minutes. Why? Do you want me to wrap it up? I have to get these in the week, in the times I've got, because my missus finishes work at like sort of 6. So I try to get home from work, get this done, and I'll do a little workout. So it's just rush for time at the minute. Usually I'll do an after school club on a Thursday. So usually I don't do these on a Thursday. Usually I'll do these like on a Friday or a Wednesday. Because like I say, I used to do an after school club and I don't get in from work till about 6, and then by then you've got to cook dinner and do all that. So it's nice to be able to actually get one. Regarding the owners, 2 years max, I think, and then they will go in 2 years. I hope so, Matt, as well. I keep saying that as well. 2023. What I will say, even if they don't go by then, I say this every time when I talk about them. We've had them more than we've got left of them. Whatever happens, in 5 years' time, I don't think they will be at the club. I really don't. But we will see. We will see. I hope it doesn't get passed down to the kids. I want someone who's, just, sees a football club not as a profit-making machine. tries to give us a little go. You know, I'm not saying bankrupt the club or, you know, spend ridiculously or, you know, overspend our means, but someone who can, you know, give a manager a bit of backing and, you know, give him the tools to try and do something. You know, I'm not saying we're not going to win the league. I don't think we'll ever win the league in my lifetime. Do you know what I mean? We've never won it anyway. In the 120 odd year, 125 years we've been a club. So, you know, that expecting to win the league is, you know, beyond the dreams of imagination. But to actually, you know, make us challenging in the top six, make us challenging for top four, you know, on a consistent basis, you know, to build an attractive team, to leave a decent team for the next manager, you know, that should be your goal. You should always be thriving to improve yourself as a team and, you know, a set of players and how a club is run. And in 10 years, what have we done apart from, you know, be taken away from our spiritual home? What have they actually done? What has progressed? Which is down to them rather than in spite of them. You know, this season is in spite of them. Yeah, let's not talk about that. Going off on a tangent. No, I just joined. Right, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. You know, Vernon's just said I'm going to go on for a bit longer. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys, because this is only meant to be a little preview about the Brighton game. Me and Paul will be back for a podcast probably Sunday, you know, and we will know more about where we lie in terms of this Champions League race. We'll know a lot more tonight as well, obviously, with the Liverpool-Manchester United game. I'm no Bald fan, but we have to be careful who replaces them because they could be worse in other ways. But I do think we need that leap of faith. I agree, mate. You know, it could be worse. It could 100% worse. We could get American owners who get bored of the project, a bit like sort of Fulham's owners. And, you know, it's just, you need, I always say I want Leicester's owners. You know, I want someone like that, you know, who just allows the manager to do what he wants to do, gets the full backing, you know, is able to build amazing projects and stuff like that. But yeah, they're few and far between, these owners, you know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching live on this Thursday sort of mid-afternoon. Hope you have a good evening. Watch the Manchester United game. Let's be cheering on the Manx, which hurts to say it. Until next time, guys, come on your ways. Keep believing. Let's go.